Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Dorenkamp with Managing for Profit on Brownfield, a content partnership with Corteva Agriscience. Our guest for this episode is Corteva Market Development Specialist Ron Geis. Ron, let's talk more about weed control for 2026 and why residual herbicides are an important component of any weed management plan.
Mark, I really see three big reasons why that's important. Shifting weed populations. Okay, the weed spectrum that we're seeing just continues to shift, and weed escapes need control. For example, something like waterhemp, it continues to get a greater population density, germinating later into that growing season. It's affecting more acres over time, and a pre-emerge application with residuals just help hold these weeds back and get a weed like waterhemp from gaining a big foothold in the fields. Secondly, more modes of action. The chances of weeds developing resistance to a single mode of action is pretty significant. But if our pre-emerge includes multiple modes of actions, we're much able to stay ahead of weed shifts. And then finally, less pressure for our post-emerge applications. Pre-applications are pretty vital to help reduce that weed impact early season, and then you extend your post-application window when you have a good pre-emerge. So without a pre-emerge, farmers may find they need multiple post-applications, which just leads to more weed escapes and more chances of weed resistance.
Corteva Agriscience brought Residual Rev herbicide to the corn market. What have you heard from growers about it this season?
Well, growers are pretty excited about Residual Rev and the weed control results. They also talk a lot about the crop safety, the application flexibility, and tank mix compatibility that they get from the Residual Rev. So in terms of crop safety, the Residual Rev has an encapsulated acetochlor, which means you get a lot less crop response and negative impact on your corn. And then that reduction in the crop response from the encapsulation just results in better safety and healthier corn during that season. And healthier crop leads to a better yield. When we look at application flexibility, the Residual Rev can be applied pre-plant or pre-emerge or even post-emerge up to 24-inch tall corn. That longer window gives the farmers the flexibility to work around things like weather delays or other application delays. And then finally, tank mix compatibility. With our Residual Rev, it's tank mix compatible with ammonium thiosulfate or ATS, and many herbicides are not. It's also compatible with glyphosate, atrazine, and other herbicides.
Where can farmers get more information about the Corteva Agriscience corn herbicide portfolio?
Well, I'd ask them to visit our website at corteva.com/US or contact your local Corteva representatives if you want to learn more about the Residual Rev or any of our other corn herbicides.
I'm Mark Dorenkamp with Managing for Profit on Brownfield, a content partnership with Corteva Agriscience.